What is up, guys? This is Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you my late WWE Survivor Series 2011 review. Live in Madison Square Garden, always beautiful. Madison Square Garden, the 25th annual Survivor Series. Never before, never again. John Cena and The Rock. Did it deliver? Well, let's find out as I go into this. The show opened up with Dolph Ziggler versus John Morrison in a United States Championship match. Morrison was given the match due to his recent victory over Dolph Ziggler on a Monday Night Raw. General Manager John Laurinaitis, of course, opened up the show, but that doesn't matter, man, because all that matters is the matches that are on the card. John Laurinaitis presents to us because he's the greatest Raw GM ever. Gave us this match. Solid opener. Not really on the level of this is a PPV level match. Like, I think these guys could do a lot better in the ring, but solid opener. Dolph retains, right decision. You need Dolph Ziggler to retain that belt and keep that belt. Especially the way you've been using John Morrison as of late. Do you really believe that he is the guy that you are going to put that U.S. title on out of nowhere? No, it seems more likely that this title is going to go on Zack Ryder. As much as I do not want that, and the reason being is because I don't take Zack Ryder as a wrestler seriously. Like, Zack Ryder, overall presentation-wise, yeah, he's a goofy, funny character that you can get used to. But overall, as an in-ring competitor and a mid-card level status, not right now. I don't take him seriously. And yes, I am serious, bro. I don't take Zack Ryder that seriously. I do like what he does on YouTube and whatnot. I think he's a funny character. I just don't see him in that United States title reign. But nonetheless, solid opener for the show. Ziggler retains. Overall, good feeling start of the show. Mentioned to the Survivor Series theme song, Good Feeling by Florida. Should have done this in Florida, but anyways, enough with that stupid Florida bullshit. We get ourselves a Divas title match between Beth Phoenix and Eve. And last month at Hell in a Cell, these two actually put on, Vengeance, sorry. At Vengeance, these two put on a fairly decent, good match. And this one was kind of more or less the same. Beth Phoenix retains, of course. That's good there. It feels at this point that they're just keeping Beth with that Divas title to feud with Karma when she comes back. I mean, in all honesty, I just see Karma coming back and basically ending the Divas of Doom or something like that. That's what I'm seeing it as, but who knows? But Beth wins. Maybe it's going to go down the line where her and Kelly have one final match at Mania. At this point, you do not know, and I do not know. Next up, we get the Team Orton versus Team Barrett Survivor Series Classic match. And, God, just watching this match made me wish there was more of these on the card. Like, really. Good match, in my opinion. I thought it was a fine matchup. The first elimination came when Randy Orton RKO'd Dolph Ziggler. In a way, most people are going to be like, oh, Orton buried Ziggler, all blah, blah, blah. But let's put this into example. Dolph Ziggler just wrestled a match earlier that night. Yes, he had time to refreshen up. But even then, he still could have been tired and fatigued. So there's some realism in there why Dolph Ziggler could have been eliminated first. The second elimination came, sadly, due to a Sin Cara botch. Sin Cara botched and hurt his ankle, it seemed to believe. He might be out for a few months, so this sucks. I do enjoy a little bit of Mystico's work. Sometimes he can be a little bit botchy, but, you know, Sin Cara's a good draw for the WWE, especially when you have Booyaka already on the sidelines, and you need someone else to promote that Lucha Libre aspect. Now Sin Cara is out, so pretty much it leads to it's just hard for the company to draw a lot of money now when it comes to that Lucha Libre. And I don't think Sin Cara is at the point like Rey Mysterio where he can be injured and his merchandise sells really good, because Rey Mysterio, even when injured, he still sells a lot of money for the company, which is very good on his part. But for Sin Cara, Then we go on to the next elimination. Came from another Team Orton member, as Mason Ryan got eliminated. He was working on Hunico. He was about to hit his full Nelson Slam, but Hunico got blind tagged by Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes came in, did his springboard kick, kicked Mason Ryan in the head, cross Rhodes, 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes got a pinfall in this over Mason Ryan. Good choice there. I mean, Mason Ryan's the star you're building up, and Cody Rhodes is your Intercontinental Champion, someone that you're trying to still establish a new character to. And I really did like that Cody Rhodes got a pin in this match, so I was fine with that. Next elimination came by Team Orton again when Wade Barrett and Kofi Kingston, after a nice exchange inside the ring. Wade Barrett hit a wasteland onto Kofi Kingston, eliminating Kingston from this match. Then basically it was down to Sheamus and Orton versus Hunico, who I surprised was really in this match for a long, long time. He wasn't a sole survivor, but he was in this match for a good amount of time, and that was surprising. And got some good moves in too, if I may say. But the next elimination came from Team Orton again when Sheamus kept on stomping on Jack Swagger. The referee was saying, "Sheamus, get off him." And Sheamus was like, "No, fella, gotta kick his ass." And then was just fucking kicking his ass. And then the referee was just like done, rang the bell. And then Sheamus basically, once Swagger gets up from that beatdown, bro kicks him even though he's eliminated. Orton, at a weakened state, crawls in and 1, 2, 3 pins Jack Swagger. Then the next elimination came again from Team Barrett, where Orton comes out of nowhere, hits a random RKO after getting this vicious beatdown from Cody Rhodes. He hits a random RKO, gets out of Hunico, but Hunico did get a nice suicide dive in, so not all lost there for Hunico. But this is where I was thinking, now, what are we going to see here? Are we going to see a Survivor Series 2004 where Randy Orton overcomes the odds and wins and basically shows that Randy Orton may be winning the Rumble, or that the younger guys are not going to get a push or anything? Not the case. Wade Barrett ends up hitting the wasteland, eliminating Randy Orton. Sole survivors, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, and this was a good decision. Wade Barrett not only got 2 pinfalls in this match, Cody Rhodes got a pinfall. Orton, yes, people are going to bitch him saying Orton got 3 pinfalls, and this is coming from a person who's not a huge fan of Randy Orton. But what I do like what WWE is doing with Randy Orton's character, and I don't review SmackDown enough to really talk about this, is Orton now, his character, what he's been doing, I do like what he's been doing. The reason being is this. I've learned from watching a lot of videos from Off the Rope Show and a lot of other YouTube shooters that you got to build superstars up to become, once they're in the main event, you have to bring them down and build them back up, have feuds with smaller guys, and then they can come back to that main event. Randy Orton right now has characters being treated after losing that world title. He has just been in smaller feuds, and putting over other guys, in a sense, while making himself not look too weak, is building on with other feuds. Like recently with Cody Rhodes, yes, he did win a street fight, and him and the Cody Rhodes feud kind of died down, but in the end, Cody Rhodes did get a nice little rub for feuding with the Randy Orton, although I did want that feud to go on a little bit longer. And now he loses to Wade Barrett. It makes you care about Orton's character, because now it shows Orton's not always invincible. It shows that Orton can be in a vulnerable situation. Wade Barrett did get a nice win, but even then, Orton was at a weakened state. So overall, I thought this was a good match. It made me want to see more of these classic Survivor Series matches, but that wasn't the case, sadly enough. Next up, we got Big Show versus Mark Henry, and I was thinking to myself, God, I really do not want to see this match again. The only reason why I said that was because we saw this match already. We saw like twice already on pay-per-view. One time at Money in the Bank, non-title, and then for the title again at Vengeance, and we all know what happened there with the ring collapse. And I was like, what can they do next? My thinking was they're going to throw the title on Big Show and give him one last run with it. But on the other hand, you have a heel Mark Henry, and it looks like you're building up face Sheamus. So it seemed kind of like they were going to feud in this near-time future. Or maybe even if you did throw it on Big Show, you could give it to Wade Barrett, having a feud with Big Show for the world title. But nonetheless, solid match. I'm not going to lie. I did enjoy this match between the two. They pulled out a lot of different stuff in this match. That I saw some nice little submissions from both men. You know, a nice tribute by Big Show to Macho Man. It's nice to see someone else than CM Punk do that move. But very, very solid match. The ending came where Big Show was going to hit the WMD, his big right hand, to knock Mark Henry out. Mark Henry totally dodges. And what I hated about the ending was that they made Mark Henry look like a bitch. Gets himself DQ'd by kicking Big Show in the nuts. And really, Mark Henry retains, Big Show wins. But I just didn't like how they made Mark Henry look weak. Because Mark Henry's supposed to be this big monster that's very, very powerful and very, very strong. But to have him lose by DQ is kind of like, huh? Like, you know, he's just monster. How does he lose by DQ? But nonetheless, what happens at the end, Mark Henry looks to do that ankle thing, take out Big Show. Turns out, tables were turned, Big Show reverses, does the thing to Mark Henry, breaks Mark Henry's ankle. And the thing is, what's next? Is Mark Henry, are they just going to throw off the title of Mark Henry and make it vacant or something? You know, I know it's kayfabe, guys, But when Mark Henry does this to his opponents are out for a long, long time. Are they just going to make Mark Henry look even more of a beast by not being phased by this? Because he was saying my ankle is broken on the TV. I was listening to it, and really, to be honest, it's going to be hard to say. I can't wait to watch SmackDown and see what they're going to do progressively. Maybe this feud will continue. Who knows? But really, if they want to keep consistently in storylines, I think the best way to do it is have Mark Henry vacate the title to make it seem real and consistent. Maybe you can finish up this feud at Mania. Who knows? But we will have to wait and see. Then we get to the WWE Championship match, and if you guys watch my Raw reviews, you know I've been bitching about this, and I don't really care about this match because I've seen it on my fucking huge ass TV every week. I do that little thing. But this match actually surprised me, and it was a very, very good WWE Championship match in my opinion. I enjoyed it. And the opening sequence when Howard Finkel came out, Fink Baby, he was trending on Twitter according to WWE. God, fucking Twitter. But besides that, besides all that Twitter nonsense, it was a fine match. You know, they had their good reversals and counters. The ending segment was very, very enjoyable. It would have me on the edge of the seat. And once again, CM Punk is your WWE Champion, making Alberto Del Rio tap out. The best in the world is once again WWE Champion. And really, I wasn't surprised when this happened. I thought Del Rio was going to lose by DQ, and have the final match at TLC. But it turns out maybe we'll see this feud continue in TLC, and most likely Punk retaining. Fine with the decision. Don't really care that much. Good match. It's just, I wish Del Rio was booked better as champion. Now, the main reason why everyone probably ordered this card, even cared about this card, or was very excited for this card, and that's just for me. Finally, The Rock has come back to the WWE ring, as he and John Cena teamed up to take on Miz and R-Truth. Miz and R-Truth and Cena and Rock, I thought it was a very good tag match in my opinion. I thought it wasn't like the best scene ever, wasn't the best Survivor Series main event ever. It was a good tag match. I felt bad for Cena. Cena like straight up was getting hated in that building. When The Rock came into the ring, everyone was loving it. I thought Miz and R-Truth did a very good job in that match. The ending was fine with me. Rock gets the pinfall and the win. And it was a very okay Survivor Series tag match, like I said. Very good tag team match for Survivor Series. Not the best ever, but it was nice. And then at the end, we got Rock, his music's playing. He's all posing. And Cena comes up on typical, does his little hustle, loyalty, respect pose. And The Rock just looks at him, and the fans are all booing. And then all of a sudden, The Rock does his pose, fans go crazy. Cena does his pose, fans boo. Then The Rock does it again, and then Rock bottoms Cena. And saying the exclamation point, and Cena's on the outside selling it, and The Rock is especially WrestleMania over again when The Rock gets to celebrate at the end. And that's pretty much it. So my overall thoughts on Survivor Series is I like it. This show, although started off kind of a little bit slow to me, really picked up near the end with the Survivor Series tag team match, the 2 world title matches, and the main event being as good as it was. I wasn't expecting too much from the main event, and at least we know Rock can still wrestle a halfway good match. So, and he still has a crowd behind him. Like, seriously, that crowd was going ape shit for The Rock. But overall, my thoughts on Survivor Series, I will give it a C+, C+, B-. I thought it was a good show, people are going to be like, you didn't give the show a B+, you are a terrible reviewer, This is my opinion, guys. Hope you guys respect it, I'm not going to trash anyone, people tell me this was a good show. I'm not going to trash them and say, oh, that show was terrible. You're all entitled to your own opinion. I thought it was a okay show, C+, B-. That's a good rating for me, I'd hardly give out C+, B-. The highest pay-per-view grade I gave was Money in the Bank, which I believe I gave it A-, B+, So, really, to be honest, to say that if I give the show a C+, B- means a bad rating, it's almost like an 8 out of 10. A C+ is a 79% on a quiz, while B- is a 80%, 83% on a quiz. So really, in all honesty, I'm kind of giving it like an 8 out of 10 if you think about it, if you do the math and divide the fractions, or 7.9, however you want to be technical about it. So that's how I'm grading it. That's my grade for the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys want to see more content from me, you guys can easily subscribe up above. Follow me on Twitter to follow my latest tweets. Want to give a shout out to my little brother. My little brother actually ordered a show. I didn't know he still watched wrestling. He actually ordered a show, and he told me literally when I was halfway into the show with the Team Orton, Team Rhodes. He's like, "Oh, do you want to watch it in my room? I recorded it for you." And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, okay." And so we kind of went fast through the whole show, and not really fast. We just basically fast forward through a lot of backstage and entrances, and really made the show a lot more easier to watch for me. So really, that's my review on it, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed your evening and Thanksgiving, baby. Oh baby.